there for defense, which actually becomes very useful.
Let's have a blast!
At this point, I didn't even scan and see what the Zerg player had, which probably was not a great idea, but I didn't want to really surprise me dropping in.
Additional supply
Right there, the
depots
sonar system
required.
came very handy because it really showed me the enemy units outside my base. You see the Zerg unit playing back. The Terran units south of my base massive. But I wasn't too worried because I'm still doing significant damage, destroying his hive, taking out many drones. And I loaded my back up my backs and running back and try to defend my base from this very large force. Right here, I did not know what was going to happen. I just thought my troops off and hope for your best. See here, it's been very bad. I'm taking very heavy casualties. Don't know if I'm going to win this. I have more and more troops coming on top of that ramp. But somehow I survived it. I was extremely happy at this moment because I thought I was done for. But now you can see I loaded my troops back up, my dropships, and renewed my attack on the Zerg player. It's going to seek for his expansion because I know a Zerg at this time in the game would not go down expansion. There you go, I found it. I want to take that expansion out, try to put as much damage into him as I can. And also, you always want to be all defensive. If you're on the defensive, you give your opponent a lot of time to expand. And it becomes very hazardous because they can just out expo you in macro, and it becomes very impossible for them. So always remember to put as much pressure on the player, keep not really giving you a chance of winning.
Let's have a blast!
So here, I just do little hit and runs to my dropships right now. I do that through the course of the game. It does a lot of damage. I see most players they just sit there and they fight it out. We have all like that. I do little hit runs, drop down, do a lot of damage. Save my troops while I'm still massing troops in my own base. You see there, my ally was engaging the other Terran player in the middle of the map, and unfortunately he lost it. But it looks like it did do damage to the enemy Terran, which did not alarm me much because I still had my own base. And my opponent, I could look down and he was expanding, so I could tell he was doing pretty good. I just like to sit here and let you guys watch it from my point of view because it make it more interesting than me having to scan around. You see, of course, crosshair going around the screen the entire time. And also you see it from my point of view, which kind of lets you know what I was seeing the entire time. So you give you a good idea of why I did the things I did. So here I put those 3 tanks up the top of my ramp, put down some covering fire on those enemy troops. You see the Zerg player popped up underneath, popped next to my troops. Unfortunately, that did not go well, man. Actually, it was actually very good for me, not unfortunately. Put down some heavy fire there, and I'm very thankful I just randomly put down that turret because that allowed me to see those roaches when they were burrowing.
SCV ready.
See here I am putting some Vikings up, so I was expecting some banshees from the other Terran opponent. I was trying to get something to counter them. You see here that the Terran opponent is dropping on my ally's base, doing a lot of damage, and I didn't know how well he was going to do, but I did see my ally had forces and that he would hold off or survive it, so I thought I would do the initiative and drop back on the other Terran's base and try to do as much damage to him as I could. So when I came in, I saw that I was defended and that the Terran player knew I was coming. He was probably thankful to that Marine in the middle, and that kind of gave him that hindsight of what was going to happen. So I decided to turn around and run my troops back, while continuously building a macroing on my base. I'm putting up bunkers at my expansion to put troops in that will really increase the strength, and just in case if I'm attacked while my troops are in the dropships in a way, I will have a better chance of surviving thanks to the bunkering and structure.
Additional supply depots required.
Now this time you see that my teammate is expoing on the 5 o'clock position, And it looks like the Zerg player is harassing him with some roaches, but unfortunately I didn't pay much attention to that. I wanted to go and attack. But if you look up top, I could see that the Terran opponent was trying to drop me. You saw this big blob of red dots. So I was really hesitant to go down there to help him take out that Zerg force, and so I decided to stay in my own base at the moment and just see what would happen, where the Terran opponent would. You see there the Zerg roaches were moving outside my base, but would not move in because of those turrets and those bunkers, which are very strong defense. See that I am loading back up to move back and attack that Zerg. I do not want him to rebuild again, because that would really be a bad thing at this point in the game. Because my opponent, my teammate, excuse me, is taking heavy damage. And I cannot come back and see what the Terran opponent is dropping back on his base and doing a lot of damage. So I decided to send forces down there to help him what I could spare while I'm attacking this Zerg.
This better be good.
You see there, while I am migrating those units up there, I am sending units down south, trying to do it. And while I was doing it up top, just to find a Zerg expansion, instead I found this Terran expansion, which kind of got me worried, because I was afraid he'd be actually extremely far ahead in resources compared to me. So I did get my expansion late. But I took out that expansion without no worries, which is a lot of money lost for that player. Here we go. I'm moving down. Hopefully I can take out this expansion while he's attacking the south part.
Coming through.
Additional
If you're really trying to take out opponent's expansion, before I knew it, all it looks like both sides are taking heavy losses, and I lost that one. And I did not wait to look around and see what happened. I dropped my medevacs out of there, pulled back, try to save them for another fight later on.
Let's have a blast.
So I got forces at my expansion and I have forces at my allies' expansion set up there to help defend him.
This better be good.
While he's rebuilding. Putting up minor turrets around my base just to help, just in case if I see banshees or something that come in and try to harass. Now I have Vikings going up north in search of any Zerg buildings that are being rebuilt, and hunt down some overlords. I did notice that they were scouting around my base. I did not want that intel to be seen by that Terran opponent, because right now it's very important that he does not really know what I am doing, especially when I'm trying to expand to this extremely gold mine, which is very important because it gives you a lot of minerals, and I know that would be very vital right now. And while I was going